Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Well, the big one came just yesterday between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, with Tyson Fury actually demanding and at least inviting Joshua for all British bout where they want to see the two giants facing themselves. And so let you know that Anthony Joshua actually accepted it. Okay, we can't do this and he will be ready by December. A lot of people have been talking concerning this. Fury challenges Joshua to WBC title, Battle of Britain bout. Can this actually hold waters, considering what it takes for the two giants to face each other? From the way it is, Joshua is signed to DZN, and you have ESPN also behind Tyson Fury. But it will take a long time for these two to fight because of a lot of issues that is surrounding their bout. But from the way it is, maybe they might just agree to have a fight now that is seriously being considered by Tyson Fury, that he wants to face him. They'll be talking about this with Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
It's my pleasure being here.
I have Ibrahim Yusuf to also, let's talk about sporting activities across the globe.
Let's talk sports. Thanks for having me.
Yes, let's start with the boxing story. Just like a joke, maybe, you know, Tyson Fury is full of drama, and he just he made that social media contact to AJ, and AJ responded that he's ready by December. Let's do this. And although a lot of people have been waiting for this particular, in fact, not minding whoever is holding the belts, WBC, WBA, WBO, but just because the two of them are from England, and people want to see these two fight. That is just the main thing. They want to see them fight. And Tyson Fury, okay, let's do this. And I love the fact that, well, AJ didn't check out. He actually accepted. He didn't chicken out. He accepted it that, okay, we can do it by December. And do you think a lot of people say AJ go collect? That's the language I use, AJ go collect. But somebody said something. I saw that particular tweet that says, okay, you remember Linus Lewis against Hashim Rahman? And don't underrate the fact that, yes, Tyson Fury has beaten Deontay Wilder. They met 3 times, he won twice, he drew 1, and he has never lost in his career. But you can be shocked that AJ can actually have that grace, that strength from somewhere, and it will just shock him. Well, that's somebody's
when it comes to boxing, the strength or the power doesn't come from somewhere. It's all about your preparation.
You have it, you don't have it.
You have it or you don't have it. And this is going to be the most publicized fight if it really happened, because it's coming from Britain and you know them very well. They're going to give you the necessary publicity, the hype that you need. But to me, I don't think this is the right time for AJ to rush back. That's the truth, because this fight is going to make or mar him. If he should win it, then it's welcoming himself back to the stage. And if he should lose, that would be the total end of his career at his age. So I think you should look at it very, very well. Now you want to fight a Tyson Fury, someone that's very, 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 very good. It's more aggressive, more than AJ. AJ needs to work on a lot of things. Number 1, he needs to be more aggressive in his punches. Number 2, he needs to, his punches, the opponent can telegraph his punches. They can know when he wants to do that.
He's a slow fighter.
Yeah, he's a slow fighter. That's why I say he has to be more aggressive, and they can telegraph his punches. And you want to fight a Tyson Fury that is 6 feet, 7 inches more than you. And you have this, he has a muscular body also that he needs to really, really work in. His leg work also, he needs to do that one. He has a lot to do, and we're in September. And do you think 2-3 months is enough for you to prepare to have all these skills required of a fighter to fight someone like Tyson Fury? And then also, AJ is not a prolonged fighter. He's not someone that can take a fight up to 7, 8, 9, 10 rounds. No. What he does is, by the time you are able to corner him up to 3 or 4 rounds,
he's out.
He's out of it.
It's AJ. The difference between AJ and Mike Tyson is just because Mike Tyson's punches.
don't get it. Once I get it. So I think.
And it's fast.
I think, and AJ is not fast also. He's not fast also. So I think it's too robotic, if I can use that adjective also.
It's stiff.
It's too stiff, too robotic. So he has a lot to do. He shouldn't rush, sincerely, because if he should rush into this,
he will rush out.
And he'll rush out, that would be the end. Tyson Fury, he has nothing to lose because he already announced his retirement before. Now it's a comedian, and don't be surprised if you say, okay, I'm not fighting again.
I was just trying to pull his leg.
AJ should take his time. I understand being a world champion before, you have WBO, WBA, IBO, IBF, you have everything, and all of a sudden you are left with only the belt you are using to tie your trouser. I know what
the money.
And the money. I know what that means, but he should just take his time very well to be sure that he's seriously ready mentally and psychologically for the next fight before he can go into it.
Well, looking at this particular one, I see you smiling, Ibrahim. It seems you are in AJ camp.
No, not really. This was a fight that I would have wanted to see 2-3 years ago. You understand?
Not now.
When both fighters were at their prime, and I think talks were actually held concerning that, but something happened along the way. I share a lot of concerns that a lot of people actually have concerning Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is the classic example of nice guys finish last. He's so much of a nice guy, and there's no aggression in his fight. He's slow, as we just remarked right now, and he's a textbook fighter. You actually know what you're going to get with him. So that's why it's easy for people to actually have his number, because that was easy for him to lose to Andy Ruiz, because that was scandalous. You know, it was a situation that he shouldn't have had himself in. So I think, just like it was mentioned earlier, I don't think this is the right time for him to do this. Coming off 2 defeats, and his head is not in the right space right now, and he needs to change a lot of things, just like we mentioned. I think the first thing he needs to do is change his trainer, because he's not giving him the right ideas. Well, he need to change him again.
But I think he changed the trainer to a wrong trainer.
Exactly. So,
that was what happened.
So that's the thing. So he needs to change him again, or start training himself, or do something different. Because Tyson Fury is an amazing fighter. He is an absolutely amazing.
And in fact, I want to add a word: a bully fighter.
And he's a beast when it comes to
He bullies you to come out.
He beats people up, and for a big guy, he's incredibly quick. He's very fast. Don't let his
Deontay Wilder will not forget in a hurry.
Exactly. Don't let his size deceive you. He's a very fast and quick fighter, and he has a lot of stamina. He can actually last and go the distance. Just like we pointed out, AJ doesn't have that in his tank. So I think a lot of things are going against Anthony Joshua right now. But just like he said, this is a fight that can actually make or mar his career. If he loses this fight, I don't think there's any coming back. Yeah. I don't think there's any coming back. At his age, I don't think there's any coming back. And if he wins it, fine, he can actually go on a very good
If I were him, if I'm able to win, I'll retire. If I'm able to win, I'll retire.
But just like you said, Tyson Fury can come out tomorrow and say, hey, I didn't mean it.
I was just playing around.
Because he said the last time he retired, he said that he was not going to fight unless the first was 500 million. He needs to give him 500 million pounds before he does anything. You know, he started, he called out a fight with Conor McGregor and all that. So he can actually come out and say, I was just messing around, and I'm not going to do this. But if this fight does happen, it's going to be a very, very big one. But I think AJ has a lot more to lose than Tyson Fury.
AJ has more to lose than Tyson Fury. If that particular all-British bout actually happened, well, from the way it is, we're waiting to see what's going to be happening from the management of both fighters. Well, it could be a play or it could be real. But if I'm AJ, if I'm able to do the real deal, I will retire. If I'm able to win against Tyson Fury, that if the fight actually happens. But I'm suspecting something. I look at Alexander Usyk. You know, he actually called out Tyson Fury after the win against Joshua. Although Tyson did not reply, he kept quiet. And I'm looking at what could be going on in the mind of Tyson Fury. The quiet, I know the kind of person he is. This person that is very petty. But up till now, he didn't say a word. Could it be that, I'm not saying he's scared of Alexander, because I know Tyson Fury right now won't be afraid. But could it be that, no, you are too small for me?
No, I could say that is...
He's just trying to...
It's a little bit of both. I do think he might not be scared of him, but he might be wary of actually facing him now. Usyk is at the top of his game, and I think he's more motivated, being the fact that, all right, he's the champion now, he has all these titles and whatnot, but
so to
be the man, you have to beat the man, and Tyson Fury is the man. You understand? That is why he bowed out when the ovation was high. He got all his wins, got his record intact, and he left. And now that's what he's afraid of. All right, if I come back now, and this guy beats me up, that legacy that I actually have will be gone. And that is the fight that should happen. Not really,
AJ.
not really AJ. That's the fight that should happen. You
Because
should see-
Usyk came from a lesser weight category.
Exactly.
To beat AJ.
He came up to heavyweight.
And he became heavyweight champion.
Beat AJ. Beat
Back to
AJ
back.
again. So AJ doesn't have anything to say when it comes to Usyk. And Usyk actually believes that to cement his own legacy
Let him
as a
fight
champion,
Fury.
to legitimize his own championship, he needs to beat Tyson Fury. And he could.
Okay, I think Usyk is not ready to rush back to the ring right now. And while Tyson Fury is ready to come back to the ring so fast, I think that's one of the reasons why he's going for AJ, who I think also should have evaluated the old situation and said it's not the right time for me to do this because of what can happen. Then also, I'm sure that Tyson Fury also, he has done his mathematics very well. He has done his calculation very well. He has gone for the lesser evil, the one that I'm very sure that I can beat this one easily, and let me go back again. Maybe after 5 or 6 months, let me call out the Usyk and fight with him also. That's what I think is going on. Then number two, seeing two of them coming from Britain, fighting the Battle of Britain, the promoters, they are looking for money. Don't forget, this is business also. So the amount of money that they're going to get between Tyson Fury and AJ is more than what they'll get between Tyson Fury and Usyk. So let's look at it from that aspect also. So the promoters also, they will do everything possible to make sure that this fight that's supposed to have happened 2-3 years back still going to happen. So I see that as a possibility than fighting Usyk. The reason why he's not responding to Usyk, he has been out of boxing for like a few months now. He needs money, he needs publicity. Because one thing about being a star is you don't want to live that limelight. You always want to be heard all the time. So the best way you can do this is to come out, AJ, you're from my country, let's do this. Let's make more money, let's make more noise, and probably, who knows, it may be an opportunity for AJ to come back or an opportunity for AJ to forget his career when it comes to boxing.
We've been looking at the chance of AJ against Tyson Fury. Well, as they call him the Gypsy King, it will be a big one if the two of them actually fight. Now, let's leave boxing as we go football quickly. Well, the Nigerian Super Falcons will be playing against USA. And the first leg actually ended in favor of US 4-0 against Nigeria. Now we'll be facing them again. Well, I'll be taking a cue from Brazil. Brazil defeated South Africa 3-0 first leg, and they walloped them 6-0 in the second match. That's 9-0 against African champions. And I'm like, what is happening to African football? Our ladies will do so well here. When they go out there, they are beating black and blue. You look at Australia, Canada, USA, Nigeria will be coming up. That will be around 11 p.m. Nigerian time. Quickly, let's look at the probables. The predicted 11, because we don't have the full Super Eagles squad. Well, from those one named, we have Chiamaka Nadozie, goalkeeper, Nico Payne, Usinachi Ohale, Glory Ogbonna, Michel Alozie, Christy Uchebe, Deborah Abiodun from Falconet, good one from Coach Randy Wardrum, Amanda Badinuju, Rashidat Ajibade, Ifeoma Numunu, Gift Monday. Good one there, and we have Esther Yenezide still on the bench there from the Falconets. 4 Falconets were drafted into this team after their outstar from the World Cup. And you have the USA women. Let's not mention their name. Let's mention but from the way it is, really, it's even though we know it's a friendly, but you know you are playing against the best team in the world. Sure. First leg 4-0. Second leg is coming up in Washington D.C. tonight. And what are we expecting?
Okay, and I like how you started the program by consoling yourself and Nigerians that, okay, if the South Africa can get 9, but that shouldn't be the case. We should be...
Now we've gotten 4.
No, we should be setting the pace for others to follow. The fact that we didn't win the WAFCON doesn't mean South Africans are better than us. That I believe 100%. So we shouldn't be comparing ourselves or be consoling ourselves that, okay, now South Africa, they've collected Woto 9-0. We 4. So let's try and get 3 or 4. So at least, no, we don't want that. What we want and what I really want us to see when we are playing this, the USA, they're the best in the world, is for us to get something right. Tactics, pattern. I'm surprised that we're still going to go with 4-3-3. You can play the same formation with a team that you are sure that you can beat or you can match them. So where lies our strength? Our strength is supposed to lie in our midfield. So why are we playing 3? So 3 versus 3 with the US team, we cannot match them because of their pace, their strength, their experience. We can't do that. So we should beef up our midfield more than the way they beef up their own midfield. So we should be playing something like 4-4-2. So let's have extra hand in our midfield. Then for up front, nothing stops us from using Monday Gift and Assistant Shola. Two of them, they are equals to 3. So these are the pattern that I expected our coach to bring out, not for us to be continue the same 4-3-3. The purpose of playing the USA is in preparation. We are not expected.
The coach said it that
we are not going there to win them.
Improve on performance.
We are not going there to win them. It's for us to look at what we are doing wrong and what we can do right. And we have to get that by the pattern and the style of play that we are playing. You shouldn't be playing their games. That's the truth. You can't be playing the game with someone that is better than you. It's not possible to do that.
They will just trash you.
So definitely with this formation, except if he can change his mind to review the formation, probably something can come out of it. If not, probably we'll collect another one.
But it might not be up to 5. Let's just say like 2.
Who says it can't even get to 7 or 8?
I don't know. It won't happen. No, they can't beat on 7-0. No, it won't happen.
Well, more out of hope. More out of hope. That's actually what you're talking about. But seriously, I do agree. I think we should not put any emphasis on the results. We should try to go out there and see a performance, see a display from our girls that shows that, okay, fine, we can actually go there and rumble with these guys and do something worthwhile. The performance really, really matters. But unfortunately, I think just like he said, I think we have already lost everything by the proposed formation that we are going to play. Playing a 3-man midfield against a 3-man midfield is really not a good thing, most especially if they're better than you.
And we don't have our full squad.
Which we know that they are. You understand? We know that they are better than us. So matching them with a 3-man midfield, with their own 3-man midfield, I don't think it's a good thing for us. If I were to be in the coach's shoes, I would have chosen something like 3-5-2. Choke up the midfield, don't allow them to play. That is the only way you can be able to counter a 3-man midfield. But if you go with a 3-man midfield as well, for people that actually hold the ball better, move it around better, are quicker than you, I think that's just a recipe for disaster. But we just hope to see a very good performance.
Even though I didn't want to look at the US team before, just look at that list again. You have to give it up to Megan Rapinoe, outstanding player. Mallory Poe, Alex Morgan, Rose Lavelle, all of them are there. Star players, they will be facing Nigeria. Yes, we don't have our star players too. Most of them are some due to injuries, some visa issues. But really, this is Nigeria. We shouldn't collect like South Africa collected 6-0. Our own should be different. At least if we can get like 2, and who knows, maybe we can actually defeat them. Anything can happen. Well, we've been talking concerning the friendly that will be happening between Super Falcons and US women national team. Let's go Champions League as we take the remaining 4 matches that will be coming up also. We have a Champions League for tonight. We've actually earlier looked at down. Let's look at from Borussia Dortmund down to PSG. Borussia Dortmund versus FC Copenhagen of Denmark. That will be a big match at the Signal Iduna Park in Germany, in the city of Dortmund there. Well, from the way it is, Borussia Dortmund, Copenhagen, Ibrahim, this is a match that, well, maybe, from my side, I would say, kind of balance. It never underrate the Danish team. Yeah,
you never underestimate the Danish. They have this incredible spirit when they actually play. Copenhagen is a very strong team. They have pedigree. They've been there. They've always been there. You know, in and around European football. Yes, they haven't done something fantastic, but they're always there. And of course, the Dortmund that we used to know is not the Dortmund of today. Really, I think Dortmund are not what we thought when we expect them to be. They've dropped off a little, which we were not expecting. But still, this is the Champions League, and this is why we love football. These are Champions League nights. Anything can actually happen. But I think it's going to be a very, very good game, coming with the Danish guys with their own spirit, and of course Dortmund being who they are. I think it's going to be an exceptional game. And don't forget the atmosphere. The atmosphere in Dortmund is absolutely electric, absolutely fantastic. And it can spur you to do a lot of crazy things. And I think we should expect a very, very good match.
The All Yellows, the Dortmund team, they'll be facing Copenhagen. And like he said, atmosphere will be boisterous between the two teams. But I'm looking at, it's possible that Dortmund actually have a slight edge.
Yeah, they do that, and they have that, even though they are living in their old glory, and they are just coming, probably because of the league they are coming from, and the number of people that are representing their league in the Champions League. That's why you are seeing them frequently. If they happens to be from a league where they are very competitive, probably we won't be seeing them the way we are seeing them. And there's one thing about Champions League: once you have a team that is coming consistently every year, they gain the experience, they gain the confidence, so they can go far. How far can they go? In round of 32 or quarter final. Is that the reason why you are there? That's not the reason why you are there. Definitely they have an edge over Copenhagen. So, but let's see what will happen. This is a game of football, and it's the match of champions from different leagues.
Nations.
Different league, but I'll still give it to Borussia Dortmund. Going to their stadium, if you don't have the confidence, you'll be terrified to even shoot a goal, to even play a ball, because the atmosphere is always very massive with the kind of support they get from their fans. Yeah.
Now, let's take quickly look at Manchester City, Sevilla. They've been on the run of trying to see how they can win Champions League. Guardiola is obsessed. The owners of Man City, they are obsessed with how do we get this trophy to Etihad Stadium? Now they have started another journey for this year. After so much money have been spent, they have the new Zlatan, that is Erling Haaland. But somebody said, Haaland can't do it alone. The entire squad must have that winning mentality. They should borrow a cue from Real Madrid if they are to win this league. Because of the obsession, maybe that is why he's leading them.
Okay, and like we've said severally on the program, obsession doesn't win you the game. That's the truth. And if truly they are obsessed with the Champions League, I'm sure Guardiola should not be sitting there as their coach again. That's the truth, because it's a coach that has not proved to anybody that he can use the limited resources available for him. The value of Manchester's squad currently now is 1.1 billion US dollars, the highest and the biggest in Europe, followed by PSG, 966. So if you're having a squad that worth 1.1 billion and you've been there for like 4-5 seasons and you've not won the Champions League, your credentials needs to be called to question. That's the truth. Yes, they got Haaland, whom we all know that is a monster when it comes to goal scoring. But we are talking about a teamwork. And Guardiola is a coach that when it mattered most, that's when he will bring in a tactics that you'll be asking yourself that, is this guy really a coach? But you're supposed to have a holding midfielder against a team that they are very, very creative in the midfield. You will not do that. You'll be having a false nine. Not that you don't have anybody at the bench that you can use. You'll be collapsing your wings. So I think if Guardiola did not win the Champions League this season, sincerely, they should transfer him to Enyimba and let him come to Nigeria and try and score. That's the truth. Then concerning their match against Sevilla has not been very fantastic since the beginning of this season. I think they've not won any match in La Liga.
This season.
They are really, really struggling. So this is an opportunity for Sevilla to get their rhythm, and also is an opportunity also for Manchester City to make a statement that we are around, and we are around to win this by winning 4-5 goals. However, scoring goals like it's not what will really win you a Champions League. Recall what we discussed in the morning. It's all about who can recover the balls for you, who can really make the tackles to win the ball, who can make the save. Does Manchester City, they have that in their team right now? No. It's not about scoring goals. If it's about scoring goals, Bayern Munich that scored 31 goals last season ahead of Real Madrid.
Yeah, they finally won it.
Yes, Real Madrid scored 29 goals. Even Manchester City, they came second. They scored 30 goals. And they didn't win the league. So it's not about scoring goals. It's about what you can do to defend the one that you've scored. So let's see what Manchester City will do. But I think they should be able to win tonight's match convincingly. Obsession
don't win games. That's also coming from Lale Peters and Ibrahim Yusuf have been talking concerning UEFA Champions League for tonight. Sevilla, Man City. I've also saw Borussia Dortmund versus Copenhagen of Denmark. Now, still looking at the remaining two, we have Benfica, the leaders when it comes to football in Portugal, versus Maccabi Haifa of Israel. They are always there. If I still remember, Hayek Beni made that club so popular in Nigeria. Maccabi Haifa versus Benfica. This maybe I should just say it's balanced, kind of.
I think it's one of the less glamorous ties when it comes to this round. Benfica, Maccabi Haifa, yes. Benfica, everybody knows them. They have the pedigree. They've been in the Champions League. They're always there. And just like Maccabi Haifa as well, they're always there. Somewhere in and around. They'll come, play in the first round, go back if they're lucky, play Europa League, 1-2 rounds, and then they get beat again, and then they come back next season. So I think it's not really a game a lot of people are looking forward to. I'm not personally not looking forward to it on paper, but it's something that you can watch, and it might turn out to be a fantastic game as well, because just like you said, it's almost balanced. But I think Benfica actually have it. Benfica have it based on the quality of players that they have, and of course their extended pedigree. I think they will take this one, and playing at home as well. It's also always an advantage.
A big one, PSG. They are also obsessed with Champions League. Both of them with Man City. PSG versus Juventus. I would have loved this had it been Ronaldo still in Juventus. Let's see if they can face PSG. But right now it's not there. So PSG versus Juventus. You see Mbappe, Messi, Angel Di Maria in Juventus, and they have a lot of stars. Vlahovic, all of them are there. This game, I want to target one of the biggest tonight.
Yes, it's biggest on paper, but we don't know what will happen. However, if you look at the head-to-head between PSG and Juventus, I think the only time they played in the Champions League was in 1993 in the semi-final, which Juventus won the two-legged match. So they have an edge over them. They've won 2. They are yet to lose. But we're talking about what happened in 1993, and this is 2002. 2022. A lot of things has happened. And if you look at this current squad of PSG, in fact, they can beat the combination of some teams together, but that is not how it is. We have to look at the teamwork. This is the time for Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi to really show to the world that truly they had the best. They had the best. The pressure when it comes to Champions League winning this season will be on Manchester City and also the PSG. The current value of their squad is $966 million. That's a lot of money. So they have what it is. But the Juventus also, they are not watched over. Unfortunately, we not see Angel Di Maria playing because of the injury that he has. But nevertheless, it's going to be a very good one. Don't be surprised, it can be a draw match.
It could be a draw. Well, we always want to say more, but time is actually against us right now. We have to go. But before we go, Monday Gift right now has moved to join Tenerife of Spain. Good one for Monday Gift. Congrats to her. Right now, she has signed 3 years deal with Spanish side UDG Tenerife, where she'll be showcasing her skills as a striker. Former MFM defender Joshua Akpuje joins Czech Republic Jablonek on a 2-year deal. Good one for Joshua Akpuje. Right now, she will be playing in Czech Republic. And the last one, Leicester City boss Brenda Rogers will receive compensation package if stands for if sacked. If they sack him because of the performance of Leicester so far this season, it will be actually compensated. That will be it on 360 Sports. I've been in the studio with Olale Peters. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure being here, Adini, and I hope I'll see your team on Thursday football, Arsenal, when they play them.
Okay, that's a good one there. You got me there anyway, and we are waiting. Okay, Ibrahim Yusuf, thank you very much.
Always a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
I just hope the Arsenal will win and at least make me proud. Well, for Arsenal fans out there, don't worry, they will win. Well, that's a good one there. I am Adeni Ajushafe. Thanks for watching.